his response was, "So what? It's only going to be in the news cycle for 3 to 5 days, and nothing will happen."
Who said that?
Glenn Sanford.
What? Wow. Okay, I'm going to look at eXp's stock right now. Welcome to the iBuyer experiment. We have some breaking news we want to talk about today, and that is the scandal happening with eXp, Glenn Sanford, and did he or did he not participate in hiding sex tapes? Wow,
Did
this
you?
is crazy.
Well, or
I can't.
didn't you? We need
Okay,
that
so-
like news. Colby throwing that music, right there. Doo-doo, doo-doo.
Breaking news. No.
So apparently there's a federal sex trafficking law. If you turn a blind eye on something like that, then you're participating in the assaults when you turn a blind eye. So that's basically what this is saying is that he knew about it, or these executives at eXp knew about it, and they turned a blind eye. And apparently there's some they took this guy's his cell phone, and apparently some of the sexual assaults are on video.
Whoa.
What? Yeah. Okay, all right. Let's unpack
Didn't
this
this
a little.
happen with like the KW thing too? Just like laying the context. When you said that, I totally remember that. Who was that? It was like the CEO leader, and they ended up outing him. Gary Keller had to like get rid of him because they said that they didn't turn a blind eye, and he said it was BS, and he countersued, and man, all kinds of drama.
Well, I think that real estate, the industry, can be kind of a perfect storm for bad things to happen.
Booze,
Right.
money,
Infidelity.
Right. And it's really sad. And I'm mad empathy to Glenn Sanford for getting drug into this.
Yeah, it sucks. But if you didn't know about it and he didn't, because these guys obviously weren't
Top
fired
producers.
right away, or they were, guys that did a lot of recruiting for them. So maybe he did turn a blind eye, kind of like, oh, I don't have evidence, but maybe he didn't have the evidence. So how do you know if you have the evidence? If he had the evidence and he knew it was happening, then it's shame on him. But
and these sex tapes, right?
If it was just hearsay, you can't just fire somebody off of hearsay.
Agreed.
And say, I'm going to fire these guys and get them out of here, and just out of hearsay, because that's unfair too. There are people that fake these things and,
absolutely
and lie about stuff. So
And what is your responsibility as a leader in an environment when everybody is an independent contractor?
yeah, that's true.
Because that's a whole
another argument.
other
Exactly.
can of worms.
But they are shareholders too, though.
Oh, true. Right. Due to eXp's structure.
Yep.
So
Yet apparently these guys have explicit videos of these sexual acts on their cell phone, or this is what this article is alleging.
So Inman broke this article today, and there was the sexual assault allegations that arose months ago. And this is obviously a new development now that they're trying to pull Glenn Sanford in and say he was participating in sex trafficking.
They also brought in Brent Gove.
Oh my goodness!
Oh wow! Another
this
that's like number one, number two.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what number he is on that, but
I'm not saying like agent count, but I mean like
yeah,
it has mega team.
Yeah.
Well, and just a couple weeks ago,
Brent's a nice guy. I mean,
super nice.
I don't see him being involved in knowing that.
Well, yeah, but did you guys hear about this serial killer that was like living under wraps in New York, and people are like,
no,
yeah, he was just arrested over the weekend, and apparently like he's guilty of murdering all of these women.
What?
That's what they're alleging. So you never know. You never know who someone really is behind closed doors.
Wow.
I'm not saying that these guys did this or didn't. I don't know. I don't have all of the information. I guess
all the Epstein allegations, right? You want to get conspiracy.
I guess what is interesting to me is I think that there are things that we do in our industry that can breed immorality.
Yeah, and a lot of these booze fests. I mean, a lot of the the conventions, they have a lot of booze, and people get really wasted and
lose their
stuff
inhibitions.
happens, and
lose their
unfortunately,
inhibitions.
but I mean, we've seen it. We've seen some stuff like that, and conventions.
Or we'll hear stories and
Oh,
we're like,
for
what?
sure.
You know, that's crazy.
Well, that's exactly
Open bar, everyone drinks for free, and they just keep pouring the drinks.
Yep.
Yeah, but meanwhile at Tom Ferry, Zoodealio will be having an open bar.
Yeah. Hey, come on over. Just keep it clean.
So like
Keep
what?
it clean. Keep your clothes on. Keep it clean.
Keep it
Just
clean.
kidding.
Keep
But apparently
that-
these guys-
Good advice, Elliot.
What they're saying is that these girls were drugged, like they actually put drugs in their drinks, so it wasn't like they overdrank.
Of course. Of
what
course.
they're
That's
saying,
the, well,
alleging.
so let me play devil's advocate
'Kay.
here. And just because that's me. What if they knowingly made these choices? They're a little tipsy, as you said, lose those inhibitions, alcohol. Hey, let's video this. Get a little too crazy, falls into the wrong hands. Now all of a sudden, their respect, their pride, they're in trouble, et cetera, et cetera.
So they start saying that they were drugged.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean-
It could happen, but it could be the other way around too, because apparently
be true.
there's multiple people that said they were drugged, so it wasn't just one person. So when you have multiple, you start to
smells
look
a little
smells a little
fishy.
bit more
Yep.
fishy rather than
Smells
just
a
one
little
person.
druggy.
If it was just one person, you might go, okay, well it could be both ways, but there's multiple.
No doubt that this is sad, and it's sad for the industry. And there were recent allegations against the NAR president for, sexual
Misconduct
nature.
of some sort.
Yeah, and I guess it just really makes me sad that this is what's coming out in the industry right now. We're supposed to be professionals. We're supposed to be a group of people that abide by this code of ethics, that treat people a certain way. And how do we expect the public to trust us when these are
This
the
stuff comes out.
headlines?
Yeah, this is going on behind the curtain.
Yeah.
Yep.
It makes me really sad.
Well, and I mean, it's unfortunate, but I just think that this isn't just the industry, right? In general, I think that this goes on. I know this went on in Tidal, in the hot minute that I worked in there. I know this goes on in probably industry-wide, where people have these conventions, they have too much to drink, and a lot of these people are married, right? So I mean, again, not spinning the spotlight, but there's a lot of wrongs going on. So
It's a human problem, not just an industry problem,
that's exactly
right?
what I'm trying to say. Yep.
But if we would like to hold ourselves to higher standards, there are ways we could do it,
Yep.
right? And
Agreed.
So the amended complaint alleges that Sanford's response to this, he was asked what he would do when this came out publicly, and his response was, "So what? It's only going to be in the news cycle for 3 to 5 days, and nothing will happen."
Who said that?
Glenn Sanford.
Wow. Okay, I'm going to look at eXp's stock right now.
Yeah.
It was down 11% this morning when I read it. Well, I think it
I
popped up a
cannot
little bit more
believe
around
that
what
he
it is
said that. I cannot. I mean, in a world where everything is based on being so PC, when you can have your apology
now. You
moment.
definitely see the drop off right there.
Yeah, you do. You see it drop, but yeah, big time. It was sitting
like
at
10.
about 24.62 cents, and then it dropped. It's now down to 21.98.
Well, he thinks he's going to get a bounce, right? Or is this a form of a pump and dump? And not a pump and dump, a dump then to buy stocks cheap, right?
Oh, that's a big conspiracy.
I know. Totally
Did-
conspiracy. Hey,
Did Glenn Sanford plant this news to tank his stock so he could buy more?
That's
No,
that's
no.
not.
I know that's
I know,
not
but
true.
it's
Still funny.
Conspiracy theory, No, it's really sad, actually. No matter how this shakes out, if right, wrong, whatever happened.
Well, and I would be remiss because we were just talking about this in the pre-show of the one that my wife Carly, she's all hot on hot topics right now. And that so this Alabama situation where this lady was driving on the freeway, saw this girl, I think a baby
Toddler, like a child.
Basically by the freeway, looking like she was no parent around, walking next to traffic. I think it was told that I heard it. Pulls over. You see him like in this camera area that the car does that. Goes off the camera to get that. Then the car's left with the open door.
And her cell phone.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so it was made to seem like she was basically abducted. Then she appears a couple of days later, right? After, but apparently it turns out in the story that she had lost her job, had X, Y, and ZY other issue that was going on, and basically was trying to leave boyfriend, or I don't remember, some type of thing. But then now the police and the fire people that were out for this rescue think that basically it's this whole fabricated, made up story, and it's making like national news of. I mean, it's talk about a boy who cried wolf story.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I
big
mean,
time.
we've had stuff like this happen, right? I mean, wasn't there? I can't remember what the big news was with them. Can't remember what it was, but this could be all fake. I mean, it could be wrong. Could be someone just saying this to drag people at the top down in the mud.
But where, so it could be definitely people could be lying. However, to take this to court of law, to file a complaint, to have substantiated evidence is a different situation.
Yep.
And typically, if it's a frivolous lawsuit, it gets dismissed pretty quickly.
But are these bad actors? These two agents, are they bad actors, and they're dragging these higher ups at eXp through the mud because they know they have the money, and they're trying to get to the money, and that's what lawyers are paid to do, is trying to find the money, and then trying to, so they're saying that they ignored it or something like that. But did they have evidence? Did they see evidence? Were they given evidence that was good enough to where they should have stepped in and done something?
Well, I think it's
That's
probably really difficult as a leader. Your job is to promote an environment that's conducive for growth, and safety is a huge factor for growth. And
that's what I was thinking. Jesse Smollett, that one.
Oh yeah,
Remember he was
that was
like
a big
beaten, like
hoax.
he said he was getting beaten by like Ku Klux Klan people or something like that.
I don't remember that.
Oh, that was a big deal.
That was huge.
Yeah, huge.
There's like a Netflix thing on it now.
So definitely people lie, and we know that, but it could have happened, and we don't know. And I think the takeaway is that if you're in a leadership position in real estate, you have to be very vigilant.
Oh, absolutely. You're super influential, especially today's social media world and media world just in general. The amount of influence that like a Glenn Sanford or Gary Keller or, just any one of them, right? In their seats carry is massive.
Does anyone know if these two, as you called them, bad actors, are still a part of eXp, or were they terminated?
I don't know, but apparently they weren't terminated at some point because they're saying that they turned a blind eye. So let's see here.
I think that happens a lot in real estate is the top producers, the top performers get away with bad behavior.
For sure they do.
And
of course they do.
Yeah, they do. And Simon Sinek talks about this is like the A player can be an asshole. The A player can get away with things that B players can't because they'll tolerate it because they're an A player.
Because they bring money.
Right, but what message does that send to the organization, to the culture, if that's the foundation that you build upon?
Agreed, and it's that leader making a decision in the moment, in the micro versus the macro. Mm-hmm. It absolutely is, and where sometimes, what's your value? You're going to trade culture, or you're going to trade money for culture, and the collective. What we all know is the power of 10 is better than the power of a good one, and 99.9% of the time. Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't say that they're still at eXp or not. But they did say that some of the women that were drugged say that the guys told them that they had videos of them.
As like extortion?
Yeah.
It makes me really sad.
It sounds like there's some teeth in that thing.
It sounds like probably some ladies that were looking to do big things in real estate. They were probably looking to build a big downline and be influential, and instead got wrapped up into some sick stuff. So
bad night.
Wow, bad
night.
Bad night. Mm-hmm. Well, hey, you know what? This is the reality of the world that we're in. And I think that it's important that we open these dialogues and we talk about it because if you're in a situation that doesn't feel right, you got to speak up.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
For that, I'm glad that they did.
Yeah, and I think as an industry, we need to calm down the alcohol consumption. I think there's a lot of these parties that go all night long, and it's just like some of the even the conferences you see that like the day one. It's pretty packed, right? And then like the other days it's just empty, and like it's almost like it's just
party
just
on
a
night
party
one.
fest instead of learning about your business and learning how to increase your business.
You know what, Jay? That is so valid because I remember when I first started going, and like you become like a good a higher producing agent. You get the different accolades, and it's kind of overwhelming, and like you want to be a part of that cool in crowd, and you'll go do those things. But after you've been a part of a producer for a while, you're actually there for exactly what you just said.
Yes.
Learning and growing and becoming more effective, which those are the environments to do it, which is why a lot of times when you look at those long producers, a lot of times they're not going out there and getting shit-faced. Excuse my French. The first night, right? They're there for that long game of what they can do to actually pick up, what nuggets can I pick up to add on another $3 million, $5 million, $10 million, $100 million in production. That's super valid.
Good points, good takeaways. All right. Well, hey, thanks for tuning in to our special edition of the iBuyer Experiment today, where we unpack what's happening in the headlines and, keeping it real for you, keeping it real. Hey, if you're looking for a safe and healthy environment to grow your business, join Zoodealio.
Not express offers.
I can't believe you just went there.
Sorry.
We have a really cool environment, great leadership, and we're here to help you grow your real estate business and provide cash offers and selling solutions to your local market. We would love to hear from you. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and ring that bell to get notifications of our new episodes.
Thanks for watching.